All right. Hello, all people who are stumbling upon this video. My name is Olivia De Jesus, and I'm here with my dear friend Elizabeth. And we're going to be chatting about singing space and choir space today. She's been kind enough to lend me some of her time to bend her ear and just get her experience of what it's been like to sing in some of our choir spaces over the last year or so. So thank you so much for being willing to chat with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the first question I just kind of wanted to hear from you a little about is what's your relationship with singing been like, or just anything you want to say about that?
Okay, so I'd say I definitely consider myself not a singer. And
Okay.
I would say like singing as a child, obviously I loved and then got into spaces where I felt not as comfortable anymore with my voice
Mm.
and being judged on my voice. So it's become just something that I do primarily like in the car or,
Mhm.
just for fun. Never sang in an actual choir before
Mhm.
and grew up with a lot of voice shaming within my family, like in church spaces and stuff about various family
Mm.
members. So it's just always been a sensitive thing for me to sing with other people. um
Totally.
but I love to sing so much, even though I don't consider I have the best voice. So
It's so
yeah,
good.
it's a freeing thing to me, and it calms my system, I feel like, when I sing. So it's just something I love to do. But
I'm so glad that you can speak to that because I know that so many people have that similar experience of especially that trajectory of remember enjoying singing as a child, something happening along the way that made them not have access to it as much anymore. And some people just stop singing altogether. I'm so happy that you still have found spaces where you've been able to access your voice and it's felt freeing and fun and regulating for you.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So you said you'd never really been in choir before. What maybe drew you to this choir space? Because even choir can be kind of an intimidating word. We'll call it a singing space. What drew you in to come join us and sing with us?
Gosh. Actually, I don't even know. I think it was just maybe I was like in a period of my life where a lot of things were shifting and changing, and I was
Hmm.
seeking pretty much any outlet of like a space that I felt was healing and helpful to me. Um,
Totally.
and so, since I knew I loved singing, and I feel like through my interactions with you, I had the idea that it would be a pretty safe space to test it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Never done anything like that before. And so initially it was like a little bit nerve-wracking, but then like as because it was fire choir that I participated in,
Hmm.
as I like after one or two sessions started to get more and more comfortable and trusting in that space that was created and with the people that were there. um
Hmm.
I it just it totally it helped to free up and be able to do it in that space that I wasn't sure if I'd be able to or not. So
That's great. That's great. And then maybe anything, any impactful like moments or things that you remember from the space that stood out to you that either maybe made it feel safe or made it feel fun or made it feel connected, anything that
yeah, I
stands
mean,
out.
I think because it wasn't like a traditional choir in the sense that I think of a choir,
Hmm.
a lot more aspects built into that, and like vulnerability and so forth. So you felt um, not alone, I guess, like that others had some of the same experiences. So you started to
Yeah.
feel more connected in that way. So it felt safer. And then I remember doing like one of the songs we sang, and then we could kind of like improv um,
Hmm.
a part in there. And I remember doing that. And I remember that being one of the most, like, I don't even know how to explain the experience when I let myself do it.
Yeah, because that's a big part of it, right?
It
It's
was
like
like a
letting yourself
complete,
go.
yeah, it was like a complete freedom, like at that point, more so than
Wow.
just singing. So I remember that feeling. And like I
Mhm.
said, I was like in a really difficult part of my life, going through a difficult divorce. And so it was just very freeing for
Yeah.
me. internally, emotionally, like in a lot of different ways. So yeah, but
Totally.
yeah, it's hard to explain because it's not a traditional choir.
It is
Um,
hard to explain. I think you're doing great. I think you're doing the best that we can do besides somebody like stepping into it or,
yeah,
being there. Yeah.
yeah.
Can I ask you something and see how you feel about it? What was it like that we didn't perform? Because most choirs like practice to perform a piece. And I know that you weren't in a space like that before, but what was it like to know that we weren't going to have to perform any of these pieces for anybody? It was just singing for us.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think that created a little bit safer feeling.
Mhm.
Um, Knowing that it was going to stay within a small, intimate space that was safe versus having to perform. I don't,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like though now I'd probably be more comfortable performing, even
Oh, that's cool.
though I know I'm still not a great singer. Like, I think I'd be more comfortable with that now just because I've given myself permission to do it. So,
Yeah. I love that. It's cool to hear. Yeah. It it's a relationship that like some of us are really into it and some people are like, no, I'm not gonna, I can barely sing in front of the people in this room, let alone get in front of like people who aren't in this space.
put me by myself.
So yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Uh, anything else that you feel like might be helpful for folks to know considering coming into a space like this?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is to throw out every idea you have of what choir is.
That's helpful.
Um, to me, it's an experience. And so to me, you can't know what an experience is until you experience it. So like my only recommendation
Totally.
is just to do it.
Mhm.
Um, because I mean, every person there, I could say like no one had regrets. Everyone wanted to be there every session,
Mm.
and you saw everyone impacted in one way or another. So I just say do it. Like don't be scared. Or be scared and go anyway
Yeah,
because
yeah, totally.
it will be completely worth it and life changing, which you would have never thought choir could do. So
I think that's a really good point. Like we can still be scared, but if we're drawn to be in a space, like maybe follow the draw and see what happens.
yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And you're going to be singing with us again.
Yes, I will be. I can't wait.
Yay! I know, I'm excited too. And it starts October 5th.
Yeah.
So I'll try to be putting up more information for people to engage with so that they can learn more about it in the next week or so. We hope to see you there. Okay. Thanks,
Join us.
Elizabeth.
Bye.